It's a 360 Live. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. I think it's the perfect time to jump on live as we just got a result between India and New Zealand. A big upset there, big surprise to everyone in the cricketing world as India went down 2-0 to New Zealand now in the Test match series. It's a big Test match series. As we know, these two teams have clashed often in the past in finals, in the World Test Championship. And New Zealand, no one gave them a chance over there in India, but going back-to-back wins against India, incredible Test match win, showed a lot of character throughout this Test match, beating India on what I thought was a really tough wicket to play on. Yes, the toss obviously played a role. It was crucial for New Zealand to bat first there and to get the runs on the board, which they did. And ever since that first innings, India's been under pressure, and just shows you a street smart team like New Zealand going over to India. It is possible to adapt to conditions, to different situations, and to a big challenge, which they did. Very smart team, street smart team with a lot of character, and coming out on top there with an incredible performance. Mitchell Santner, the standout guy, taking a lot of wickets and putting all the Indian batters under pressure, right from the top to the bottom. So congrats to them. And to all Indian fans out there, keep your heads up high. It's not the end of the road. I know India's the biggest cricket following nation in the world, and a loss never goes down easy, like with any other nation. But keep believing in your boys. They will be back. There's a lot of talent and lots of positives still to take out, even though you lose sometimes. In fact, sometimes that is the biggest learning curve when you lose, is can you actually take the learning from that, bounce back and come back stronger. And I believe the Indian squad will do that. Sultan Mirza, I'll take a quick question here. What do you think? Why did India lose? Well, they lost the toss in the second Test match. I think they took a big risk by really making sure the wicket turns a lot from start to finish. But with that, if you play against a street smart team with a lot of talent in the other side as well, and I think guys like Glenn Phillips, for instance, no one thought of him as a bowler, but fiery off spinners right at the stumps, wicket to wicket, quick on turning decks. It doesn't matter if you're a part-time bowler or not. You are in the match, you're in the game, especially if you've batted first, you've got the runs on the board, the pressure is on the guys batting second on a turning deck. And that is the risk India took by making sure it is a bit of a dry wicket. And they wanted to play New Zealand on their terms. But the problem with that is if you lose the toss and the opposition gets a decent total, which New Zealand ended up doing, you're always under pressure throughout the rest of the Test match. And India, more often than not, find a way to come back from the situations. But on this occasion, I feel New Zealand had all the answers in the bowling department, especially. Yes, very important to get the runs in those first innings when the wicket was at its best. In those first 2-3 hours, they set the foundation. Devon Conway really giving them a good start. And then Rachin Ravindra taking it further. I think that was crucial, but it was the easiest conditions you could possibly find in the Test match. It just got harder and harder and harder from there on in. But they had an answer to all the questions. When there were lefties out there, Mitchell Sant and Glenn Phillips, even the seam bowlers played their role by making sure they asked questions of the Indian batters. And at the end of the day, as much as you want to have a go at the Indian team, and I know some of the Indian fans will be upset with the loss, with back-to-back losses in India, having got so accustomed to just winning over there. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to give credit to the opposition as well. And I think in this case, let's give credit to New Zealand for going to India, not backing down, and always having an answer to all these difficult questions in Indian conditions. Very, very easier said than done, guys. You don't just go to India and play good cricket there and dominate the Indian cricket team. So congrats to New Zealand. They must have done a lot of things right, which they did over the last few weeks. So well done to them. It's been a while since Indian batters have been struggling against spin. What should they do to improve their batting against it? It's a very good question, and I can go pretty deep with this. And I think I'm going to. You know what? It is Saturday, 26 October. Why not? It's one of my best friend's 40th birthday today. So for his 40th birthday, I'll get a bit deep. The fact of the matter is, it's always just been a reputation. So when you come to South Africa, South African batters can play the short ball. A reputation. It doesn't always mean it's true. All right. Perception. People think that is how it's supposed to be. When you go to India, the Indian players are the best players of spin in the world. Perceived to be. It doesn't always mean necessarily, it is a fact, that all the batters are the best players of spin in the world. That is an absolute nonsense story. It's untrue. So when the wicket is turning and you get a good bowler, it doesn't matter how good you play against spin, you are going to be under pressure. And I think we're at a day and age of cricket where it doesn't matter anymore where you play in the world. If the batter's got the mind and he's got the skill and the ability and the character and he's prepared well, you can score runs in any conditions in the world. No matter if you go to Australia, South Africa, India, you can apply yourself, adapt to the conditions and find a way to score runs. So yes, Indian players grow up in India, so they are accustomed to balls turning a bit more. But over here in South Africa, I mean, we have some tough tracks as well that turn. And if you want to, you can apply yourself and you can train those things. It doesn't mean if you're from South Africa, you're bad against spin. That's what it used to be like in the 90s. People just said, guys from South Africa are bad against spin. They're good against bounces and short stuff. And if you're from India, you can't travel to South Africa because you're bad against the short ball. Those things have changed, people. It's not the same anymore. So there's nothing wrong with the Indian batters. They are incredible cricket players, all of them, and they can play spin. But I think a lot of teams have caught up, and that perception of when you go to India and you're from South Africa or Australia or New Zealand, you're going to have a hard time. Those days are gone. Look at Virat Kohli coming to South Africa, scoring runs here in Australia. Those days are gone, the 90s and the early 2000s, where you're just a walking wicket in certain conditions. So I wanted to address that. It's a good question. Thank you very much. And I would love to hear your thoughts. So please post your questions down below in the descriptions box, guys. I'm not going to stay for too long today. We'll cover a couple of the topics and the main things happening in the cricketing world. And then I'm going to have to move because I've got an hour and a half's drive to this 40th birthday party of one of my best friends. Hi, AB. A sensational turnaround for Pakistan cricket. They won their first home test series since 2021. Incredible, absolutely. I just saw that result now. What a great comeback, going down 1-0 in that first test match. And guys, this will mean the world to the Pakistan cricket team, to all fans of Pakistan, being down in the dumps and finding a way to fight it through and finding a way back into this test series. Absolutely incredible. And congratulations to all the Pakistan players and the fans. I know it's a much deserved victory. It's a hard-fought victory where you almost lost hope in your team. But beating England, the mighty England, who are playing the best cricket of their lives, arguably, with guys like Joe Root in the form of his life, breaking records left, right, and center. It's absolutely incredible to watch them come back. And this is what builds character, people. When you are down in the dumps and you find a way to stick it through for your nation, for your team, you fight for every single inch. And that's exactly what Pakistan did out here, being 1-0 down, coming back-to-back wins. Congratulations to them. It's not easy at the test format, if you're down and out, to find a way back. But they did that, and this will mean the world for them moving forward. Thanks for that question, guys. We'll move on to the next one then. So I just wanted to let you know, by the way, my boy's playing cricket. As I'm talking right now, I think he's still batting. It was pretty tough for me to leave the field. But I'll put the live scoring on quickly. I want to see what happened, if he's out or not, because it was a very tight match and we were chasing and I had to leave to come and join my 360 family, So I'm opening up the link. It's just taking a very long time for me to open it up. The last time I heard, he was in 50 not out. Here we go. Opening up now. And the opposition, sorry, I'll be with you guys in 1 minute. Opposition got 115, 25 overs. And we are chasing. And my boy, I don't know if he's still in, guys. He's on 11 not out. 11, sorry. Okay, so at least he's not out still. But we've lost quite a few wickets. We are 7 down. That's not good. Anyway, my boy's out there batting, and I'm very proud of him. They've played in a festival this weekend. 4 teams. They've played T10 matches last night, day-night matches. And throughout the day yesterday, they played 25 and 30 over games. And it's just incredible to watch these youngsters. They're 9 years old, people, and to watch them run around. And I see so much talent, leg spinners and guys hitting cover drives for 4, some good fielding. I love it when a team comes together at the age of 9, where they get a run out and the whole huddle is there. And so exciting to watch as a cricket fan on the side. It's not easy to watch my boy play, I must say. I'm very happy to be here. I made it sound like it's effort for me to be away from there, but it's not easy to watch. I've never had such a raise of heart rate when being nervous. I mean, playing yourself, yes, you get nervous and your heart rate goes up, but sitting on the side, you can't control a thing, and you just watch that little 9-year-old boy with his bat in his hand. His helmet's too big for him. His pads are too big. The running between the wicket is slow, and it's always nerve-wracking. But what a great privilege to watch my own son play cricket. And my 7-year-old is the 12th man, so he's carrying drinks for the team. And my wife was there. My little daughter was there as well. Just incredible scenes with some really good friends of ours. Absolutely stunning to watch some live cricket. Anyway, I'm going to stop watching my phone. I'm very nervous. I'm waiting for someone to text me to say that he's out. Anyway, hopefully not. Hopefully he'll score 100. Thanks, Wolves Football Club. He's going to score 100. Guys, post your questions, please. I'm off that topic now. Very proud of my youngster. Very proud of all my children, all cricket players out there, all youngsters who are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, who are playing cricket around the world. Enjoy the game, people. What an incredible privilege just to be out there and hit cricket balls, to be with your friends. And I've said it so often, just look around you. Yes, you want to perform, but sometimes you get a first bowler or you don't bowl well. Just remember to look around you and sort of remind yourself how lucky you are just to play the game of cricket. And if you're a fan and you're watching it, remind yourself how lucky you are to watch people play cricket. Kids, your son, your daughter, it's a great privilege, and it's so special. All right, there's a lot of people watching live now, almost 20,000 people live here. I hope you guys are enjoying the chat. I'm going to take more questions here, guys, and I want to know what you guys have in mind with regards to things happening in the cricketing world. Let's quickly cover this topic. India will be traveling to South Africa by the end of the year. So exciting. It's a T20 squad that's been announced last night. I missed it because I was watching a day-night T10 game. Anyway, I saw the squad today, and I think it's a very handy squad. Lots of talent all around. Rohit Sharma, Border Gavaskar Trophy, that's what it's called. Rohit Sharma captain, Bumrah vice captain. It's still great to me that Bumrah got that call up, and I think it's very much deserved. And look at that squad, guys. There's just talent all around. And I think South Africa will have to play their best cricket to beat this team. And I've mentioned this before. What a great opportunity for the Proteas to get a bit of revenge, hopefully, with regards to what happened in the World Cup final, right? I was very happy with India winning it, and much deserved. But hopefully they will. Yeah, sorry, guys. Confusing. The Border Gavaskar Trophy, is in Australia. It's the Test squad. I was watching it another graphic. I apologize for that. Anyway, India will be coming for T20 internationals. We'll cover that in a minute. This is the Test squad. I was about to say Rohit Sharma retired, right? What are we talking about here? Anyway, that is the Test squad. Not a lot of changes there. Obviously, they've got all the seam bowlers in to go and play over there in Australia. And hopefully India will do well over there. They've had some success in the recent future over in Australia. And I'm pretty sure they'll have a good time over there. Anyway, I wanted to take some questions with regards to the T20 internationals that will be happening in South Africa. That is also coming, and we're very much looking forward to that. I was looking at the wrong graphic, so I hope you guys are still following. We'll cover more of the India tour to Australia closer to the time, guys, but I know a lot of people wanted to see that squad. Here's the T20 squad. Then Surya Kumar Yadav is captain, obviously, and not Rohit Sharma. So many different squads these days on there. I mean, it's difficult to keep track. Keeping in mind that Rohit is still playing IPL as well, also with Virat, but they're not in the T20 squads anymore because they've moved on from this format internationally. What an incredible setup this. Look at this squad, guys. And what I like about this, and I've mentioned this before as well, is the consistency in selection. So the selection panel really rewarding people for doing well domestically in the IPL. Guys who put up their hands, getting to the side. It's not about egos and repertoires and whatever. If someone comes with, because he was playing well 5 years ago, he's got to be in the side, he's got a big name. Nope. So I love that about the Indian selectors these days. They pick the guys for doing well, and they reward them for playing good cricket. So congrats to everyone who made the squad. And this is the revenge I'm talking about, the revenge series, hopefully for the Proteas. It's going to be great. It's the World Cup finalists against each other. Lots to play for, and hopefully we will be very much entertained. With a lineup like that Indian squad we just saw there now, we will be entertained, believe me. And with the emotions the South Africans will feel because they lost in that final, you will be entertained. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Day-night cricket, fast and furious, T20 internationals, absolutely cannot wait for that, guys. As I'm putting it out there, please put your questions down below in the descriptions box. I'm almost done. It's a short and sweet session. I want to see... Oh, my boy's still in. So please pray. Put a prayer up for my boy. Just guide him out there, please, someone. Let him stay in. He's having so much fun. Hopefully, he gets close to that total of 150 for his team in the 25-over game they're playing. He's going to have to score a lot of runs because I think there are 6 or 7 down. So it will not be easy, but it's still all to play for over there. All right, let's take some questions, and then I'm going to say goodbye to you all. As I mentioned before, I'm going to a 40th birthday party, and absolutely cannot wait to celebrate Skipper's 40th birthday. His name is Johan. I've known him since I was 3 years old. We were in pre-primary school together. We're 4 friends. One is Stoffel, then it's me, Chris Swanepoel, and Johan Skippers. 4 friends. We're still best friends today. We've all known each other since we were 3 years old, and we're all 40 years old now. Johan is the second last guy to turn 40, and then Chris is the last one. His birthday is November the 22nd. It's a day after my mother's birthday, by the way. Anyway, just a bit of personal stuff I wanted to share with you guys. I will be going to that 40th. It's a very special one, obviously. Number 40 as well. We are getting older. The beards are getting grayer, but we're still best mates. What a great story that is, I feel. What were England's weakness against Pakistan? How do you think they can improve? I mean, if you look at the last 40 wickets the Pakistan bowlers have taken, it is all spin bowling. Absolutely incredible stat that. I mean, it goes without saying, obviously the wickets are not easy. And as I spoke about now before, it doesn't mean that Pakistan and India and Bangladesh players are better against spin than other players. But maybe this is an area for England to work on. If it's an area you got to work on, you got to work on it. And sometimes, I mean, there will be a player or two in the Indian setup that will be struggling against spin. And then you got to work on it. It's simple as that. So I think the stat tells you the story. 40 wickets of spin bowling. You got to go and find a way to get better at that. And there's only one way, and that's hard work. So there's your answer, hard work against spin bowling. You got to get down there. It's not easy to hit 50 to 100 sweeps because you get sore, you get tired, you get cramps. But you got to do it in the nets in order to perform out there and to execute it in the middle. So that's what I will say. I mean, the stats says it all. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Next question, please. Looking ahead, Vinay Singh, thank you very much for being a super fan. Thanks for the support. Do you envision yourself coaching in the IPL? And what would that experience mean to you? Good question. For now, the answer is no. Never say never, though. There's something in me that really want to share everything that I know about cricket, my knowledge, my experiences, and sort of teach some of the younger guys to not be as intense and just to enjoy it, to put a smile on your face, to almost teach them some of the best lessons I've learned throughout my career, to always keep your feet on the ground because you can get knocked down very hard. The higher you rise, the harder you get knocked down. And to deal with expectation, because that literally suffocates a player. You're in your hotel room at night and you don't know how you're just going to do it again the next day. So one day I really want to share these experiences with players, give them advice. And at the moment, I'm doing it individually with a certain amount of players, with a few good friends of mine. But the problem with coaching is it's very intense. It means a lot of time away from home. As a coach, you've got to be there with every single training session. You've got to be there with the auctions, the preseason camp, every game. You do not miss one thing. And then my mind just tells me I could possibly even still be playing then rather. I mean, I'd rather play than to coach right now at this age, at this time of my life. So that is the long and the short, guys. I cannot commit that amount of time right now. IPL coach, it sounds great. I want to share my experiences with everyone out there. I would love to guide a team and give them everything I know about losing in IPLs and knockouts and finals and how to counter that and what kind of mindset you need to be in. Because I've never been part of a winning team in the IPL, neither for a World Cup either. So I would love to share those experiences. I feel people can learn from my mistakes or learn from my failures, because that's when you learn the best. But yeah, it's just too intense for now. Maybe one day, maybe 5 to 10 years time, 3 to 5 years time. I don't know. I can't put a date or time to it. The interest is there, but for now, I cannot commit that amount of time. Thanks, Vinny. I hope I answered your question all right. I always get a bit emotional with that kind of question, because I really want to give back so badly. I feel this desire. But my family is priority right now in my life. It will be forever. But my children need me right now with them. I want to be I cannot go and sit away from home for 3 months of the year and miss this most special time of their lives. And I want to be part of that. That's why I worked so hard for the last 20, 25 years, to be in a position where I can be here and to do other stuff. But I still have a lot of things to share, and hopefully that will happen naturally, one-on-one for now, and hopefully with the team one day. We'll see. Thanks for that question. There was one on there, as I'll take the last one, I think, guys. Sudhir Prasad, maybe one more after this. Let's take two. Love from Nama Bengaluru. Thank you very much. Remember, you are always ours. Thank you very much for that. Wow, man. I just feel very grateful that I was part of such an incredible city, such an incredible franchise. My time over there in Bengaluru at the Chinnaswamy Stadium with the most incredible fans in the world was truly, truly very, very special for me. It's always difficult to put words to it. There are too many moments to talk about also. But being out there in that RCB kit was a life changer for me from the start right to the finish. I wish I could play more, but I mean the energy and the steam just came out of my system towards the back end. I think COVID played a big role at the back end there. When I think back now, having to spend so much time in that bubble and missing my family, my kids, my wife, that was really a big blow. So I wish I could be out there more. And honestly, the thing I regret the most, and I wish I could have that over again, is I really wanted to play my last game at the Chinnaswamy, and I never got that opportunity. So pretty sad about that, but I love messages like this, and I really appreciate it. And you guys literally changed my life, and hopefully I entertained you a little bit too. Thanks for that, guys. Last question then on the 360 Live today on the 26th of October. As we've had a lot of fun once again, I want to thank all of you for being here, all the super fans. There's another one coming on here at the bottom now. I'm going to read that question in a minute, but I honestly, heart to heart, thanks for everyone for allowing me to do this, to communicate with you all. I really hope you enjoy my chats. I speak from the heart with every single thing I say. I do not try and cover anything up. I'm from the heart. I'm a truthful man, and I say it like it is. So thanks for all of you for being here. Thanks to all of you for being here. So many guys joining today. It's a great honor, and it just reminds me of that Hall of Fame thing once again. It's actually embarrassing to say it because I feel really shy, but yeah, it's just almost like a celebration of my time out there in the middle, and a celebration of my fans over the years. So that's truly what I'm the most proud of, is the connections I've made with people. I don't know, as a young boy, and I mentioned that in my speech as well, when my video played at the ICC function, where I spoke about, as a young boy, sort of carrying the drinks to my two older brothers in the garden as a 4 or 5 year old. In my wildest dreams would I never thought I would be mentioned amongst names like the list of the Hall of Fame cricketers that I read through that list, and I literally almost passed out. I mean, big role models of mine, and my name is amongst those. And I mean, it's a huge honor, but bigger than that, the connections I made with my people and friends, teammates, fans. So it's the last time I'm going to talk about the Hall of Fame thing, but I wanted to just really, from the bottom of my heart, thank every single one of you out there for supporting me throughout my career, but also supporting this channel, because I still got a voice with you people. I can still talk about cricket, something that's so close to my heart. So it's really, really is special, and I could never do it without you guys. So love to all of you from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, South Africa, New Zealand, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining in with the 360 Live. I cannot wait to release the 360 show this coming week. Keep an eye out for that. Follow me on socials to stay up to date with regards to all things happening in my life and when I'll be going live and when not. And also subscribe to this 360 channel, guys. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for the love. Have a great weekend. I'm off to 40th. If you're 40 years old, you'll know exactly what I feel like. We're getting old, but we're still young, still here in the heart. Love to all the 40-year-olds out there. Have a great weekend, people. Love to Nepal as well, the bottom here. Have a great weekend. Follow the cricket. Unlucky to all the Indian fans for going down 2-0, but do not give up on your team. They will fight back. There's a lot of character in the team. Congrats to New Zealand. Congrats to Pakistan. All the cricket teams who have won over the weekend. Hopefully my boys' team has just won. I'll find out in a minute. Have a great weekend. Lots of love, guys. Take care.